Welcome back, Monster Jam fans, to Science Series 3. This is the official event. And here's the track I was telling you about. I haven't set up the triples yet. There's going to be a mega one on that side and a regular on this side. Or maybe the other way around, I don't know yet. But this is racing. They're going to be going over this. Hobby Buddy 99 suggested that I do Termination 10 for racing. So we got 3 of them here. It was a new color, teal. I was at Walmart looking at different paint colors, and I saw this one, Caribbean, which is basically teal. So I'm trying something different here. And so we got 3 lanes because we will be doing triple threat racing right after this. Either today or tomorrow, I don't know, depending on how long it takes for me to finish racing. But enough talk, let's go racing. You already know what truck you're in. And if you don't care, then that's fine too. So we're going to kick it off with Cody Armstrong versus Monster Jam Collector Racing, Dirt Crew versus Samson, Dodge versus Chevy, and because of this cool remote, I can get cool shots like this. And over they go, and Samson moves on to round 2. What a race. Not a bad start. And next up, these were our 2 fastest trucks, Alien Invasion being the fastest qualifier, you might say. Gravedigger taking on Alien Invasion, back in black. And here we go. Got a good shot here. I got the best seat in the whole house. And here we go. And it's going to be Alien Invasion once again. Man, I love this. Push the green to start. Then red to reset it. Shout out to JLH Crafts on Etsy. Go check them out. Coming up next for round 1, we got Destroyer in the far lane taking on the brand new Shark Bite in the near lane. The newest addition to the Science Series and to 2 Extreme Racing. Looks pretty cool. And here we go. The 4-time racing champion taking on the newcomer, Destroyer and Shark Bite. Down we go. And what a finish. It is going to be Shark Bite taking out the Destroyer. And next up in racing, round 1, we got Sinistar taking on Thunderbus. A couple of big bad Fords. Got a Ford Super Duty taking on a Ford Econoline. Get down here, and we're ready to go racing. Down we go. And what a finish. It's going to be Thunderbus taking out Sinistar. And coming up next, we got Dodge taking on a Ford. We got Barefoot in the far lane taking on Maniac in the near lane. Barefoot, who had a bad start in the last time series, looking to redeem himself here as he takes on the Maniac. Get down here, Ford and Dodge, let's go racing. And Barefoot with a crash landing, and Maniac is going to take the win over Barefoot. Yeah, it's just not having that much luck out there. But Barefoot will be back. And next up, a couple trucks we haven't seen in a while. Brodozer taking on Gravedigger the Ride Truck. The only Leaf or Chassis in this, taking on the only diesel power truck in this. We'll get down here, and we are ready to go racing. There they go, and it's going to be the Brodozer taking out the Gravedigger. But he's got a couple other Gravediggers to knock down. Oh, well, one of them's gone. So there's only one Gravedigger left, not counting Digger's Dungeon. And next up in round 1, we got Doomsday coming back again, taking on the previous freestyle champion, Max C 20th anniversary, looking to get a racing win, or maybe even a freestyle win. I don't know, we shall see. But here we go, down the lane, and it's going to be Doomsday, eliminating Max D. Alright, next up we got Superman taking on Derailed. They say Superman is more powerful than a locomotive. Let's test that theory. And here we go. Down we go. And it's true. He is more powerful than a locomotive. Superman taking out Derailed and moving on to round 2. During the practice race earlier, Superman held on, but lost to Gravedigger in the semifinals. And up next in racing, we got Stone Crusher taking on the Sheriff, who was added at last minute due to it being an odd number, and I got a problem with odd numbers. We got the Ford taking on the Mercury. Stone Crusher, who was crazy fast in practice. And, I mean, you saw it in the encore in the previous Science Series, the way he just flew right over the triple and did a little slap wheelie. Well, let's see what he can do here in racing against the Sheriff. Get down here, and here we go. And he's crazy fast still, despite losing racing later on in practice. But he's getting the win here against the Sheriff. And up next in racing, we got Excalibur taking on Mohawk Warrior. This is the Nitro Neons edition. But it's kind of a remake of the Color Tribes Mohawk Warrior we got in 2016. Anybody remember that? I do. But here we go, up against Excalibur, and here we go. And it's going to be Mohawk Warrior getting the win over Excalibur. I said that kind of weird. And next up in racing, we got Wild Thing back again. And, you know, it took me my entire life to figure out that those are sunglasses. I looked at that stripe and never knew what it was until I looked at the Monster Truck Wiki talking about Wild Thing. But anyways, we got Wild Thing taking on King Crunch. Another truck we haven't seen for a while. Get down here and let's go racing. And King Crunch, what a finish. And Wild Thing has been eliminated. Those cans are looking pretty destroyed. Alright, next up we got a Triple B race going on here. We got Quad Chaos taking on the brand new Barely Tame. Quad Chaos being a World Finals Racing champion last year. Let's see if we can get a racing win here today. Or will Barely Tame, the newcomer, get a win? We're about to find out. Down we go. And what a finish. It's close. But it's going to be Quad Chaos. And next up we got Bro Camino, another one we haven't seen in a while, taking on the newcomer, Nightmare. The one that came with Thunderbus. Thunderbus has already made it to round 2, but can Nightmare catch up? He got the lead, but Bro Camino gets the win. As Nightmare lands it on the tailgate. What a race. But Bro Camino is moving on to round 2. And next up, we got Captain's Curse taking on Daredevil. Captain's Curse, another one we haven't seen in a while. There's a lot of them in here. He's taking on the brand new Daredevil. Looks really cool. Let's see what he can do against Captain's Curse. Let's get ready to go. He's got the lead and he's got the win. Barely Tame. No, not Barely Tame. Daredevil. Yeah, Barely Tame lost. But Daredevil is going to round 2. And next up, we got Gravedigger Gold Ghost taking on Jurassic Attack. Another one we haven't seen for a while. Let's see if he can get a win this year. One of these Team Throttle trucks are going to get invited to the World Finals. But in this Science Series and hopefully in real life, who do you think it would be? Anyways, Jurassic Attack and Gravedigger. Here we go. And Jurassic Attack was an easy win, as Gravedigger struggled to get across Termination 10, but Jurassic Attack just flew right over it. Nicely done. And he's going to round 2. And next up, in the far lane from the Spin Master Bakugan universe, it's Bakugan Dragonoid. Well, I guess it's Spin Master universe. And in the other lane from the Marvel universe, Captain America. Had a couple of character trucks here. Maybe I should do another Team Characters versus Team Destruction event. Anyways, Captain America Dragonoid, down we go. And Bakugan Dragonoid with the win. Tough break for Captain America. You know, come to think of it, this is actually how I did racing back in 2019. Kind of a throwback track. And next up, we got Spike Unleashed taking on Monster Patrol. The pink one. We'll see the green one later on. But this is the pink one. Brand new chassis. I ordered a chassis on Amazon just for this. And it turned out pretty good. But here goes against Spike Unleashed. Can he keep all 4 tires on? He does, but still loses. Monster Patrol Pink moving on to round 2. Alright, next up, before Gravedigger, before Bigfoot, or before Snakebite. Before Gravedigger, before Snakebite, it was USA 1 versus Bigfoot. There we go. So here we go again. Bigfoot versus USA 1. Ford versus Chevy. Let's go racing. And it's going to be Bigfoot taking out USA 1. Another difference between these two trucks. This one ran in Monster Jam. This one, well, Well, actually, they both did. Man, I almost forgot. I don't know, like in the 90s. Yeah, that's right. Bigfoot ran in Monster Jam for a while in the 90s, but that was before my time. But anyways, next up, we got the Flash taking on Boogie Van. A couple other trucks we haven't seen for a while. Boogie Van, who didn't do too well in racing in the first time series, and only got one hit in freestyle. But they're looking to redeem themselves here. And here we go. And, oh, it's close. But it's going to be the Boogie Van. And Boogie Van getting his revenge. And up next, we got Lone Wolf from Triple B Motorsports taking on Rockwell Red. Rockwell Red, who won the Double Down Showdown in Holiday Havoc last year, looking to get another racing win and possibly a World Finals invite. But he's going to go through Lone Wolf, who has got the same goal in mind. And here we go. Over they go, and Rockwell Red is going around 2. Oh yeah, and it finally found a chassis. I finally found a chassis. That this was the other 40th anniversary Gravedigger, but I finally found a truck for it. And up next in racing, we got El Toro Loco taking on Wrecking Crew. We haven't seen this one for quite some time. But let's see what they can do against El Toro Loco. Ketchup and mustard. Let's go racing. Over they go, and it's going to be El Toro Loco taking out Wrecking Crew. What a race. And up next in round 1 racing, we got War Wizard taking on Holeshot. Yep, Holeshot back again for the 3rd time. Trying to get a win, because after all, 3rd time's a charm. I spun a wheel, and it landed on Holeshot, so here we are. Holeshot taking on War Wizard. Hoping to join Quad Chaos in the next round. Holeshot, that is, and here we go. And it is going to be War Wizard as the Dr. Squatch flag goes flying. And Quad Chaos, Holeshot, whatever it is, will not be getting the win. But what a race that was. War Wizard advancing to round 2, taking out Holeshot. And next up in round 1, we got Digger's Dungeon taking on Carolina Crusher, who's looking to get a second chance. Also didn't do too hot in the last time series, but he's back for a second chance against Digger's Dungeon. Here we go. And he's got the lead and he's got the win. Carolina Crusher going to round 2. And next up for round 1, we got Team Men's taking on Boss Gator. I should say here, so let's just go. And over they go, and Boss Gator is going to get the win over Team Men's, advancing to round number 2. They don't call him Boss Gator for nothing, even though the body's loose. And next up, we got Triple B taking on 2 Extreme Racing. Although 2 Extreme Racing did run a Monster Patrol, like, in the early 2000s. But anyways, we got Monster Patrol taking on Hot Tamale. Who's going to get the win here? Here we go. And it's going to be Hot Tamale. Well, at least the pink Monster Patrol won. And the last race of round 1, we got Swine and Dash taking on Snakebite. My cat killed a snake, apparently, last night. And he's an indoor cat. And it's going to be the newcomer, Swine and Dash. And boy, these cans destroyed. But this is just the beginning. And up next for round 2, or first up for round 2, we got Samson taking on Alien Invasion. Both trucks are pretty fast, but who's faster? And it's Alien Invasion, back in black. Moving on to round 2. Alright, next up for round 2, we got Sharkbite, this time in the other lane, taking on Thunderbus. And here we go. Down we go. And Thunderbus will get the win. He had a pretty good lead there. He got the whole shot. Sharkbite tried to catch up, but just couldn't. Not bad for an old van. And next up, Battle of the Forge. We got Brodozer taking on Maniac. Let's go. Maniac's got the lead, but Brodozer front flips to the finish. He front flips to victory. I need to flatten this out. And next up for round 2, Doomsday versus Superman. Uh-oh. But Superman gets the win. There ain't gonna be no death of Superman just yet. Doomsday will not be getting the win. Superman's moving on to round 2. And next up, these two came in a 2-pack together. It's Mohawk Warrior taking on Stone Crusher. Let's go! And it is going to be Stone Crusher advancing to round 2. And they're doing more construction work over there, aren't they? And next up, we got Quad Chaos taking on King Crunch. The Chevy Trophy Body taking on the Quad. And here we go. And what a bounce by Quad Chaos, and he will be getting the win over King Crunch. Moving on to round number 2. I'm loving this. And next up, we got the Bro Camino taking on Daredevil. Daredevil, newcomer, taking on a truck that hasn't been in this for a while. Let's go racing. And Daredevil. Wow. What a finish. This truck is unstoppable. But can it hold on until the final race? And next up in racing, we got Jurassic Attack taking on Bakugan Dragonoid. Let's see if Jurassic Attack can fly over the cans the same way he did taking on Gravedigger. Here we go. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack once again. We got some paint flying. Oh yeah, it's getting more destructive now. Alright, next up, Ford versus Chevy. Bigfoot taking on Monster Patrol. Down they go, and it's going to be Monster Patrol taking out Bigfoot. What a race. Bigfoot has been eliminated. And Monster Patrol is moving on to round 2. Now on, or round 3, or whatever it is now, I don't know. And next up, Battle of the Fords once again. Boogie Van taking on Rockwell Red. Team Throttle versus Team Triple B. Let's go! And Boogie Van with the win. And as Rockwell Red gets stuck on the down ramp. And next up, kind of a flashback race here. Sort of, not really, since this is a non-existent El Toro Loco design. Now that I think about it. War Wizard taking on El Toro Loco. Let's go. Down we go. And El Toro Loco just blasts right past War Wizard. Has thrown him off and leaving him on his roof. So El Toro Loco is moving on to round 2. Or 3. Whatever it is now, I don't know. Another Triple B race here for you. We got Carolina Crusher taking on Boss Gator. Let's go. And it's going to be Carolina Crusher. Alright, next up we got Swine Dash taking on Hot Tamale. The final race of round 2. I mean, I could go for some pork right now. Maybe some tamales too. And here we go. And Hot Tamale. Wow. I thought it was going to be Swine Dash, but he just stopped way too early. And Hot Tamale took advantage of it and got the W. Moving on to round 3. Before we move on to round 3, time for a fast loser race. So we got 3 Triple B trucks. We got Barefoot, Wild Thing, and Barely Tame. Let's go. And problems for them going down, and Barefoot finally with a win. And he'll be back for round 3, which is next. I'm not sure what happened with Wild Thing and Barely Tame going down. But, oh well. Alright, now we're on to round 3. We got Thunderbuss taking on Alien Invasion. Let's go! And it's a close race, but your winner is Thunderbuss, bringing an end to Alien Invasion's winning streak. And next up, we got Brodozer taking on Superman. This is actually a race I did in practice. Superman beat Brodozer, but let's see if he can do it again here on video. And it is going to be the Brodozer. Must have had some kryptonite on him. Brodozer is moving on to round 2. Now for the next race. And next we got Quad Chaos taking on Stone Crusher. Both trucks have been really fast, but who's faster? And it is going to be Quad Chaos. Tough break for Stone Crusher. And a weird landing. Sent him flying. And Quad Chaos took advantage of his weird landing and got the big W. Alright, next up we got a dinosaur versus a bear. Man, Jurassic World is getting weird. Jurassic Attack taking on Daredevil. Now, Jurassic Attack is in the other lane, kind of outside of his comfort zone a little bit. But let's see what he can do against Daredevil. Down we go. And Daredevil will get the win over Jurassic Attack. And next up, we got another Triple B race going on here. Danger Divas edition. We got Boogie Van taking on Monster Patrol. Ford versus Chevy. Down we go. And it's going to be the Boogie Van taking out Monster Patrol. Moving on to round 4. Yeah. And next up, we got 2 races left for round 3. This being one of them, El Toro Loco taking on Carolina Crusher. Here we go. And problem for El Toro and Carolina Crusher is moving on to round 4. And next up, or last up I should say, for round 3, Battle of the Dodge Rams. Hot Tamale taking on Barefoot. 2 Extreme versus Triple B. Although 2 Extreme also had a Barefoot truck. Man, the 2000s were weird. And Barefoot getting his revenge. After losing and losing, finally getting the win. He decided that enough was enough. Alright, before we move on to round 4, time for another triple threat fast loser race. Gravedigger Ride Truck, Captain America, USA 1. Let's go! And it's going to be Gravedigger the Ride Truck. Gravedigger the Ride Truck moving on. Back for revenge. Alright, here we go. Round 4. Brodozer taking on Thunderbus. Let's go racing. And Thunderbus is on fire today. Can he keep it going? And next up we got Quad Chaos taking on Daredevil. A couple more fast trucks, but who's faster? Let's go! And Quad Chaos gets the win over Daredevil. What a race. This side is taking the most beating, which is why some of them have gone flying in a weird way. And next up we got another Triple B race here going on. For those that don't know, Triple B does own Boogie Van, and I hope they get a chassis for it soon. But anyways, Carolina Crusher, Boogie Van, what is this, the 90s? And Boogie Van boogies on down to victory, taking out Carolina Crusher. And last up for round 4, Barefoot taking on Gravedigger Ride Truck. Can Barefoot make it into the semifinals? Or will Gravedigger the Ride Truck get a win? And it's going to be Gravedigger the Ride Truck. And Barefoot is out once again. Better luck in triple threat racing. Alright, next up is Thunderbus taking on Quad Chaos. This is the semifinals. Got the van taking on the quad. Let's go racing. And Thunderbus is going to the finals. And final race of the semifinals. Gravedigger Ride Truck taking on Boogie Van. Who's going to face Thunderbus in the final round? Here we go. And it's going to be Gravedigger the Ride Truck. Alright, Monster Jam fans, it's all come down to this. The final race. In the far lane, it is Dallas Videos and Gravedigger the Ride Truck. And in the near lane, wait, did I say that was the near lane? That's the far lane. And in the near lane is Wyatt and Thunderbus. Somebody's got to win. Somebody has got to lose. And it's time to go racing. Right here, right now. Good. And here we go. And your winner is Gravedigger the Ride Truck. Another win for Team Gravedigger. Wow. A good run by Thunderbus, but sadly wasn't enough to get the win. Dallas Videos and Gravedigger the Ride Truck is your winner. Came back as a fast loser and will leave as a champion. Well, congratulations to Dallas Videos and GG to Thunderbus over there. That concludes racing, but we're not done with the racing portion just yet, because we got triple threat racing coming up next. See you tomorrow.